Welcome to the Florida Department of Economic Opportunities, or DEO's, training. During this session, we are going to create a profile in Employ Florida.
This training is built to encourage participation and engagement. In some sections, you will be invited to participate by clicking on the screen and entering text. These sections are simulations. Just follow the hints provided on the respective slides. In some sections, you will see a demonstration of actions in Employ Florida. You will see the mouse actions and steps taken to accomplish processes in Employ Florida. If the training stops on any particular screen and you're not sure what steps to take, click the play button on the bottom play bar. A profile is not required to job search. However, the ability to submit a resume or application to an employer requires the job seeker to register in Employ Florida. To register as a new job seeker or employer, click on the Sign In button at the top right of the screen. You are creating a profile for a job seeker. Select Individual on the Create a User Account screen. This is the privacy agreement. To move forward, select the checkbox stating the job seeker agrees to the privacy agreement. Select I agree to move forward. If the job seeker selects they disagree with the terms outlined in the Employ Florida system, the individual is taken back to the login screen. The individual can job search as a guest. To enter the username, the job seeker must select the data entry box to activate it and enter the job seeker's username. Click the username field on the screen. Go ahead and enter a username in this field and then select Enter on your keyboard. Type a unique password in the text box. Select the Enter button on your keyboard to move forward. Enter the password again in the Confirm Password text box. Then select Enter on your keyboard. Now the job seeker has to set up security questions in case they get locked out in the future. Click on the Security Question drop-down to select a security question. Select the question, what is your mother's maiden name? In the Security Question Response field, enter the last name Smith. Then select Enter on your keyboard. There is an eye icon next to the Security Question Response. If you click the icon, you'll be able to see what you are entering or have entered in the Security Question Response field. Enter a 4-digit security number or PIN ID, then select Enter on your keyboard to move forward. Now we have to enter the job seeker's social security number. Because this is not a real customer, enter 333-99-8888. This is a fake social security number. Once you have entered the fake social security number, press Enter on your keyboard. Enter the fake social security number again in the Re-enter social security number text box. Enter 333-99-8888 and then select Enter on your keyboard. The country of the job seeker is automatically defaulted to the United States. Enter the zip code 32308 in the field titled Please enter your zip code. Then select Enter button on your keyboard. Enter the email address test414@gmail.com in the primary email text box and then press Enter on your keyboard to move forward. Now the job seeker has to confirm their primary email address. Re-enter the email address test414@gmail.com in the Confirm Primary Email Address text box. Then select Enter on your keyboard. job seeker can enter another email if they choose to. Scrolling down the Employee Florida screens, the system requests additional personal information. For example, the system requests the job seeker's birthday. Enter 09041975 in the date of birth field. Select the Enter button on your keyboard to move forward. Select the Male option in the Gender field. Select the Have you registered with the selective service drop-down to activate the drop-down. Select Yes in the drop-down. Select No for the question, Have you ever been arrested, convicted of a crime? To ensure the customer entering information is a person, the system requests the job seeker enter the code from the image. Enter the letters and numbers in sequence in the text box provided, then select Enter on your keyboard. Select the Next button to move forward. After entering basic information and security features, the job seeker must enter their full name. Enter the word Test in the first name text box and select Enter on your keyboard. Type Smithson in the last name field, then select the Enter button on your keyboard. Select the Next button to move forward. There are two address sections in this part of the profile development. In this section, you are entering a residential address. Type 1234 Smithson Lane in the Address Line 1 field. Once you have entered the address, then select Enter button on your keyboard. In this section, the job seeker is entering their mailing address. In this example, the residential address is the same as the mailing address. Check the Use Residential Address checkbox. After selecting the checkbox, the fields in this section automatically populate with the job seeker's address. Select the Next button to move forward to the next section. In the next few screens, we will review the completion of contact information as a brief demonstration. Click on View Demonstration to move forward. In the previous sections, we provided addresses, email addresses, and phone numbers. In this section, we are telling Employee Florida how the job seeker prefers to be contacted. Let's return to a simulation. We want you to participate in the development of the profile. Select Citizens of the U.S. or U.S. territory. In this section, the job seeker can identify if they have a disability. It is optional, and the job seeker can select, I do not wish to answer, if they do not feel comfortable recording the information. If the job seeker says, yes, I have a disability I wish to disclose, then additional questions will populate. Let's take a look. Select, yes, I have a disability I wish to disclose. Select the highest education level achieved by clicking on this drop-down to activate it. Select the High School Diploma option in the drop-down. Select the Are you attending school to activate the drop-down. Select No, not attending any school in the drop-down. Select the Next button to move forward. Now we are going to see a demonstration of entering employment status in the profile development sections. Select View Demonstration to move forward. First, we see the entry of the customer's employment status. The job seeker then identifies the type of business he works in. In this example, the job seeker usually works in local government. The job seeker is neither a claimant nor exhaustee and indicates this in the Unemployment Eligibility Status dropdown. The job seeker is looking for work and was negatively impacted during the COVID-19 pandemic. The job seeker indicates he does not have any licenses or certifications. The job seeker also states he has not recently relocated due to a major disaster. The job seeker has not recently received a notice of termination, layoff, or military separation. Additionally, the job seeker has not worked as a farm worker in the last year. Select the Next button on the screen to move forward. This section moves the job seeker from entering past work history to what the job seeker wants to do in the future. The question is, what job title does the job seeker hope to achieve? Type in receptionist in the What's Your Desired Job Title text box. Then select the Enter key on your keyboard. As the system recognizes the desired job title, it will offer options that can connect your input to a list of occupations. Click on Receptionist at the top of the list. The next step is to find the job title as an occupation. Let's watch this demonstration. Select View Demonstration to move forward. As you can see, the occupation title and occupation code are updated based on the occupation selected in the Suggested Occupations dropdown. Next, the system asks for the job seeker's ethnicity and ability to communicate in English. The job seeker has the option to skip this section by selecting I do not wish to answer on the various questions. If the job seeker does not want to provide information on race and ethnicity, they can select I do not wish to answer for this field. If the job seeker selects yes to the question under the language section, the section expands. To move to the next section, we need you to select the Next button on the screen. The system then asks for information about the job seeker's military experience. Let's watch a demonstration of this section being completed. Select the View Demonstration button to move forward. Select the Next button to move forward. The Employ Florida program asks for information about public assistance receipt. In this simulation, select the No button. Select Yes for the second question, which asks if the job seeker has ever been determined eligible for SNAP. Select No for the third question, which asks if the job seeker has ever received journal assistance payments. Select No for the fourth question, which asks if the job seeker has ever received refugee cash assistance payments. Select No for the last question, which asks if the job seeker was ever part of the state's foster care system. Select the Finish button to move forward. The profile development process is complete. The job seeker can now look for work or develop or upload a resume. If the job seeker uses the system to create a resume, not upload one, the employer can search job seeker characteristics to match job seekers to open positions. Congratulations on completing the second lesson in the Employee Florida module. Select the Finish button to exit the training and receive credit for completion.